Kobbie Mainoo, no doubt, since his calling to the first team after impressed Erik ten Hag in the 2023 and then making his debut, his performance as skill set had received tons of praise. Furthermore, Mainoo now just flourished on the club side. During the Euro 2024 tournament, at first did not see the pitch in the first match. After the lack of success, the manager at that time, Southgate, had Mainoo on the first team. He did not look back, became probably the most crucial midfielder for the team, despite England falling short to Spain in the final. Since the sacking of Erik ten Hag and the introduction by Marvin, the former Sporting manager implemented the back three formation with a top pivot in the middle and having Mainoo actually in a head-scratching situation as which is his best position. As the Englishman has experienced a number of positions under Marvin, either the number 6 holding midfielder, box-to-box number 8 or even the attacking midfielder number 10 role, where all of them have inconsistent performance and reception. So this begs the question, what is the best position and role for Kobbie Mainoo? So in this video, we'll have a look Mainoo in possible 3 different experienced midfield, plus have a look on which of them were the most suited for him. In case you didn't know, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marvin, codename. Welcome to the Code United channel once again. If you in any shape or form stumble into this channel and somehow some way like this kind of content, do please like, share and subscribe to this channel, as each of your precious subscription will be a massive motivation for me to upload new content. And don't forget to ring your notification bell for every new upload. With that said, let's get straight into the video. First of course is the position. Many initially have Mainoo at best at the number 6 holding midfielder role. Before we enter into this topic, let's briefly discuss Mainoo's skill set as a footballer. Mainoo widely praised as the strong dribbler, close control and decent change of pace. During his time in the academy, he often plays as the deepest midfield area where he was tasked to receive the ball from deep. Instead, as a playmaker, he usually dribble and carry up the field. And this playstyle eventually translated to the first team, where in his start against Everton, he has shown a massive positive trait, being the composed, calm and technical on the ball, receive the ball from either defender or the goalkeeper, and then make a quick scan on his opponent's position while attempting the press, and then make a quick sprint and around, leaving him to dust. Mainoo in that match did not just did once but twice with almost same situation. As with his quality on the ball actually solved one of Man Utd tough tasks, and the task was Man Utd ever since Michael Carrick retired, they do not have the dedicated top quality number 6 holding midfielder. Although we have seen handful of them like Man Utd and Bastian Schweinsteiger, however both of them joined Man Utd at their very late of their career, no longer possess physical tool. As for Mainoo, a young and hungry footballer, at the same time have the skills to back the needs, that's the strength for Mainoo in the deepest midfield. Where on the downside for Mainoo was that he do not possess the strongest or the aggressive nature, while have the smooth technique to secure the ball. He was not the best with dealing with highly aggressive team under structured pressing, as he was quite average to back this possess as miscontrol stats, given he do need work on protecting himself and the ball. Well, another downside for him is the position was that he is not a playmaker nor a creative one, although he can be decent in throwing long passes in transition when space is available, but to ask him to control matches using passes can be a massive task to fulfill. So for Mainoo in the holding midfielder could bring a ball carrying and dribbler but risking to depossess if facing aggressive team, besides his lack of creative passing from deep can stagnate the whole team offense even if the opponent team tend to stay deep in their line. Moving to the box-to-box midfielder, a strong answer for me is a no side, due to the fact box-to-box midfielder requirement is not really on Mainoo's forte. Being the box-to-box midfielder will need the personnel to contain a high work rate, incredible stamina and the support the demanding box-to-box movement, strong ball carrying and the eye for goal, particularly in the late run into the penalty box. Apart from the ball carrying duty, Mainoo actually at the meantime do not possess other attributes. Spoken earlier, Mainoo a proven strong dribbler and a ball carrying, Mainoo was not the physical or the intense footballer, nor he had a strong stamina to finish 90 minutes of the match. Lastly, while Mainoo do have an underrated sense for a goal, he was not a volume shooter, neither the sense to make a late run into the penalty box for the shot on goal opportunity. Furthermore, Mainoo, his career trajectory right now was more of a technical midfielder, meant that he was not athletic as a midfielder, but this also meant that if his position was slightly on the higher side, he do not have the pace nor the strength to match any defensive transition. This is also meant that Mainoo required his partner in crime to be an energetic, high work rate and defensive minded to cooperate. Hence, often many pundits said on paper Ugarte, a typical ball winning defensive midfielder, can be a perfect match for the Englishman. But this also had another downside. An opponent could make a strategic pressing by focusing shadow press on Mainoo, leaving a much lesser ball carry of Ugarte. Once the pass to the Uruguayan was made, the press trigger immediately switched on, forcing the pass back or risking to lose the ball. Although Ugarte in recent preseason has shown a much improved in the ball retention and the dribbling, in a Marvin double pivot, his midfielder requirement has been a typical box-to-box one or an energetic double pivot, where a Marvin midfielder will be tasked to drop deep, maintain the ball circulation with the defender, and then make a quick switch, either a direct long pass or through the wing backs. But the most glaring attribute for midfield playing under Marvin was their high work rate. This Man Mainoo might not be the fit in the criteria, and overall this statement can be very early determination for him, as maybe in the future years in his belt, Mainoo can be heading a very different trajectory. Last position, the number 10 attacking midfielder. No question, Marvin and some pundits have suggested Mainoo to start as a playmaker, particularly on a left attacking midfielder, given he was right-footed. And in his 2 matches playing as a number 10, he played absolutely amazing in the Europa League match and scored once and assist once in that match, earned him the Man of the Match award. As for another one, was not so much, and because of that match, highlighted his lack of physical confrontation and the lack of creative when coming to tearing the stubborn defensive line. Then he was dropped in favour of Bruno Fernandes to be the anchor of providing offensive firepower. But in the number 10, Mainoo on occasion capable to do the job given his high-level close control and dribbling skill set, whereby Mainoo had in many times wowing the crowd using his silky smooth dribble, skip past a number of defenders. And with the match against Liverpool given the best display. But to ask him to provide a line-breaking pass or even stage an attacking pattern can be a very tall task to only a handful of footballers capable. Coming back to the end, which position able to bring the best for Kobbie Mainoo? What to me is still no doubt be the holding midfielder, as the holding midfielder given in the modern times had gradually become the most crucial position for many top teams. Go even further, Rodri, a holding midfielder, won the Ballon d'Or, illustrate how a top level holding midfielder could raise the floor for a team. Mainoo, his skill sets, composed and elite dribbling make him an absolute great candidate to play the deep role in receiving and try to spin out the pressure. However, the downside can be obvious. His average body strength and intensity make him an easy target for a much aggressive footballer, but also his lack of creative passing could make the team stagnate when it comes to building the attack. In spite of that, I do believe under a much experience, he can further improve in that department and then maybe evolve to an all-around holding midfielder that Man United desire for a very long time. That's the end of the video. What do you guys think? Which position would you prefer Mainoo to settle in, and what will his career trajectory be with him in that position? Well, comment down below so they can have a discussion. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you all in